In the dim light of a quiet Sunday evening, the Slater family sat huddled together, the weight of the last few months pressing down on their shoulders like a storm that refused to break. For Debbie, the mother of 19-year-old Jay Slater, the silence of the house felt deafening compared to the chaotic weeks since her son disappeared in Tenerife and was later found lifeless in the unforgiving mountains. What began as a desperate plea for help had turned into an emotional battle of survival, one marked by hope, heartbreak, and now, the painful duty of saying goodbye. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. When news broke that the GoFundMe campaign set up by Jay's devastated loved ones had surpassed £60,000, it was met with both relief and gratitude. But Debbie was quick to remind supporters that the money wasn't an endpoint. Instead, it was the foundation of something bigger, ensuring her son received the send-off he deserves. This is about honoring Jay the way he lived. Full of energy, laughter, and love. He deserves nothing less, Debbie said through tears, her voice cracking with both sorrow and resolve. Yet, even with the £60,000 already raised, Debbie admitted the costs were far greater than anyone had anticipated. Funerals, particularly for a young man whose story had touched hearts across the globe, were not just about logistics, but about creating a space where his spirit could shine one final time. And so, she found herself pleading once again with the public, for kindness, for understanding, and for just a little more help. A community united in grief. From the moment Jay was reported missing, strangers across the UK and beyond became entwined with his story. Parents related to Debbie's anguish. Teenagers saw themselves in Jay's cheeky grin, his dreams, his love of adventure. And communities far from his Lancashire hometown lit candles, shared social media posts, and whispered prayers into the night. The GoFundMe was a reflection of that unity. Donations poured in at an astonishing pace, many accompanied by heartfelt notes. Some were just a few pounds from pensioners who confessed they couldn't spare much, while others were larger sums from those moved to give what they could. One message read, "I never knew Jay, but as a mother myself, I can't imagine this pain. Sending love and strength to you all." Another, from a group of local football lads, said, "We'll play for Jay this season. He'll always be with us on the pitch." For Debbie, every message was more than a donation. It was proof that Jay's life, though tragically short, had touched thousands. The cost of goodbye. Funerals are never easy to plan, but for a young man whose story became a national headline, the task has grown monumental. Debbie explained that she wanted the service to reflect not only Jay's personality, but also the vast number of people who wanted to say farewell. "There are people I've never even met who tell me Jay made them smile through his photos, or that they felt like they knew him just by the way he carried himself," she said. "We can't have a small send-off, that wouldn't be right. This has to be for everyone who loved him, near and far." The costs, however, have been staggering. Transporting Jay's body back from Tenerife, arranging a public funeral in a venue large enough to hold hundreds, catering for mourners, providing security, covering legal fees, designing a memorial that would last. Each step added weight to an already heavy financial burden. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And Debbie was determined that her son's funeral not be rushed or diminished by lack of funds. "Jay's life was full of color," she said softly. "He deserves a goodbye that reflects that." Beyond the funeral, building a legacy. While much of the GoFundMe will go towards the immediate costs of laying Jay to rest, Debbie also revealed her hopes of using part of the funds to create something lasting, a tribute that would carry her son's name into the future. "We've spoken about setting up a youth foundation in Jay's memory," she said. "Something that helps young people chase their dreams or supports families when they're going through the unimaginable. Jay loved kids, loved helping out, and I know he'd want his name to stand for something good." This vision has resonated deeply with donors. Some have expressed that giving money felt like planting a seed of hope in the shadow of tragedy. The internet's dual edge. As with many modern tragedies, the Slater family has also had to contend with the darker side of online attention. Trolls have questioned how the money is being spent, accused the family of exploitation, and spread conspiracy theories about Jay's death. Debbie, already broken by grief, admitted that the cruelty had cut deeply. People forget we're human. We're just trying to survive. Every time I see those comments, I want to scream. Jay deserves respect, not rumors, not lies. Yet the outpouring of genuine kindness has, for the most part, drowned out the negativity. Supporters have defended the family fiercely, urging critics to remember that no parent should have to justify how they bury their child. A mother's plea. Now, with the funeral date drawing near, Debbie has once again reached out to the public. Her message is not one of greed, but of raw, maternal desperation. We've come so far, but we still need help. I want to give Jay the kind of send-off that makes people smile through their tears, that makes them say, "That's our Jay." If anyone can spare even a pound, it will mean the world. Every little bit helps us honor him properly. The plea is simple, yet profoundly human. No parent dreams of standing at the graveside of their child. No mother imagines having to balance grief with financial strain. And yet, here Debbie stands, torn open, yet still fighting to do right by her boy. The send-off he deserves. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plans for Jay's funeral are already in motion. There will be music, songs he loved to blast through his headphones. There will be photographs, snapshots of his short but vibrant life, from school days to football matches to holidays with friends. And there will be laughter, because Debbie insists that's what Jay would want. Jay was never one for silence, she said with a small smile. If there's quiet, we'll know we've done it wrong. The service will likely see hundreds gather, perhaps even thousands. It will be a sea of faces, family, friends, neighbors, strangers, all united by a shared grief and a shared hope that Jay's memory will endure. And for Debbie, that is the only comfort left to cling to. I can't bring him back, but I can make sure he goes out in a way that would make him proud. The bigger picture. Jay's story, tragic as it is, has also sparked wider conversations. About the safety of young travelers abroad. About the fragility of life. About the importance of community in times of crisis. And about how, even in a digital age rife with division, strangers can come together to lift up a grieving family. For many, donating to Jay's fund has been a way of holding on to something pure in a world that often feels cruel. A reminder that empathy still exists, that compassion can bridge miles and differences. As one donor put it, we give because we hope that, if it was our child, others would do the same. Looking ahead. Though the immediate focus is on Jay's funeral, Debbie and her family know that the journey of grief is only beginning. There will be quiet mornings where his absence feels unbearable, long nights filled with unanswered questions, and countless small reminders of a life cut short. But there will also be resilience. Debbie has already shown the kind of strength no one should ever be forced to muster. And she has made a promise, both to herself and to her son, that she will carry his light forward, no matter how heavy the load. "Jay was my baby," she whispered. "And he'll always be my baby. I'll keep him alive in every way I can." A nation says goodbye. As the Slater family prepares for the hardest day of their lives, the rest of the country watches with bated breath. When the funeral comes, it won't just be Lancashire saying farewell, it will be an entire nation. There will be tears. There will be applause. There will be a mother clutching a photograph, whispering goodbye. And there will be Jay, present in spirit, carried on the shoulders of love, remembered forever in the hearts of those who never forgot him. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.